What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. Tuesday. Got a good matchup in the NBA tonight. First game one of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. First things first, man. Salute to the Unfiltered Nation and the Unfiltered fam, as always. Your continued support of this channel is always appreciated. Salute to the mod squad, the moderators out there, and also salute to the subscribers, members, and everybody else that has anything to do with this channel. We love y'all. And so we like the new subscribers or new people who's interested in this channel. Please run the likes up, man. Smash this like button, bro. It looks like this. All you got to do is press it and everything will be all good. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're notified. So you'll be notified when we're on here. And last but not least, tip your bartender. I got an announcement to make, but I'm gonna wait for it to get a little lit in here before I make an announcement. We finally got to the point where there's 4 teams left. There's four teams standing in the NBA. If you missed the Timberwolves beating the Denver Nuggets live, that's must-see TV. Go back a couple of days and check that out, man. You're gonna have, not only are you gonna be laughing, you're definitely gonna be entertained. All right, because we were definitely on here talking crazy. All right, because we wanted them Nuggets to be in Cancun. They've already been a couple of days in Cancun already, and it's not going to hit them that they're not in the NBA Finals, NBA Western Conference Finals until the Western Conference Finals commences tomorrow. Okay, but we got a great matchup in the East. The good thing about it is that we're gonna have whoever comes out of these 4 teams, Mavericks, Timberwolves, Celtics, and Pacers, we're gonna have a brand new champion. 2 teams who have never won before have the potentiality of being the champion, and 2 teams who have won previously have a chance to be the champion. But what it won't be is the Joker and the rest of the Arkham institution. You know what I'm saying? There won't be no more of that. We're done with that. So where I see it is like this, man. This game tonight, you got a matchup of you got on the Celtics, you got Jason Tatum, who right now has to win a championship. It's to that point now where they've made it so many times and have lost and haven't gotten there. Jason Tatum is now on the clock. Like, he has to do something to make himself take himself to the next level, and the only way he could do that is win a championship. Even though he's only 25, he's been in the league like 7 years already. Okay, then you got Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is another guy who he doesn't get as much recognition as he deserves, but he's a great player. So you got the 2-headed monster there. Then you have the rest of the crew that's there. Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis is supposed to be available by maybe game 3. That could definitely be something that we need to be thinking about. By game 3, he'll be back. So that's another 7-footer that can stretch the defense and also hit 3-pointers. And then as well as the rest of the bench and crew. The Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, coming off an amazing series against the Knicks, balling out of control with him. Then you have Miles Turner, who I definitely think is gonna be giving Horford and the crew problems. That's the guy who, when I start thinking, who do I think is going to win this series, And obviously the Celtics has the most talent. But when you got a guy like guys like Miles Turner, that's a problem. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a matchup problem. Okay. Halliburton, once again, you look at the rest of their team, pretty pedestrian team, but they play very well. They play very good team defense. Their transition offense and defense is great. They're going to run. They're going to run you up and down the court. They're not going to sit around here and just mess around. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to who's going to make the timely plays and who do I think is going to have home court advantage. Home court advantage is the Celtics. The Celtics is the 1st seed. The Pacers are the 6th seed. So we're definitely going to not be able to see much going on with that. And the pressure is on the Celtics to win. Okay? I expect the Celtics to win. I expect the Celtics to win this to win this series, but it can if Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown aren't on point handling their business as always, definitely going to be a situation where the Pacers can handle their business. Okay, definitely be a situation where the Pacers can handle their business. I'm very excited about the things that are getting ready to happen over the next couple of days with these NBA teams and finally getting to the point of the finals. The way that it's going to be falling out back and forth, y'all, just to let you guys know, we are definitely going to be having a game every other day. So from now until the end of the NBA finals, it should be a game, and then is it Wednesday or Thursday? I think it's Thursday that they play Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. A game every other day. So you have a game, you have a day with no game, and on and on and on and on. It won't be no big old breaks and big old situations. Okay. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. As far as who I think is going to win this series, I think the Celtics. If Kristaps Porzingis comes back in Game 3 and he's able to be how he has been, they're just going to be too big for the Pacers. Not that I'm really like wanting the Celtics to win, because the Celtics got 17 championships and so do the Lakers, and I don't want them to have more championships than the Lakers. But at this point, it's not about that. It's about me being right. And if I think about it, put my brain cells where they always are, right on point, I don't think that the Pacers are big enough to handle that backcourt. I mean, the front court. I don't think they're gonna handle Miles Turner's one guy, but Kristaps Porzingis and Horford, man, that's gonna be a problem, dog. They're gonna be pulling them out. Both of those guys can hit threes. We know Porzingis can hit threes. We know Horford can hit threes. So that means that they're gonna be stretching that the Pacers defense and pulling Miles Turner out of the paint. And then if you start talking about who's got the bigger guards and the bigger forwards, is going to be the Celtics. So if my biggest guy in Turner has to come out and guard the perimeter, he's not going to be in there to get rebounds. Okay? It's just that simple. He's not going to be there to get rebounds, and that's just how it is. Okay? But Celtics, the pressure's on them. I would be very, very happy to see the Pacers win this series. Okay? Very happy to see the Pacers win this series. I'm just hoping that that the Pacers can absolutely pull it out, but it's going to be a problem. If they can get them running, and if they can get the Celtics in foul trouble early, then that's going to be easy sledding at that point. That's a lot of ifs to say. Okay, but the Celtics are definitely bigger. Their skill set and their bench and all of that stuff is superior. So I guess we'll find out the hard way, you guys. I guess we'll see. But yeah, man, let me go ahead, pull over here, man. Read some of you guys' comments. Running around, I got an announcement to make, but I may make it tonight. Okay, when more people are around. But let me go ahead. I'm gonna read you guys' questions real quick. I hope everything's cool out there on a Tuesday for y'all out there. Okay, Your boy's running these streets out here in Los Angeles for a reason. And I will definitely let you guys know. If it isn't today, it'll be tonight after the game. Let me just read some of you guys' comments real quick and see what's popping with you guys, man. Hope everything's cool with you guys out there. All right. Unknown Raider guy, what's going on, man? What's happening? It's good to Unfiltered. You already know, tip your bartender, take care of everything. Raw Rudy Rangle, Triple R. Hey, man, your Celtics, Raw Rudy Rangle. Don't think I didn't forget. Don't think I didn't forget, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's your time. I mean, you guys should be able to make the finals. You guys should be able to make the finals. Shouldn't be a problem. X-Man, what's going on, man? Good morning, big dog. What's popping out there? Okay, we're out here chilling. Yeah, don't forget your summer gear. Go to Matthew Shack Unfiltered and get your gear, dog. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Shack Unfiltered.myshopify.com. Okay, Raw Rudy Gold, let's get that W tonight. Yeah, you guys are playing at home. I would be willing to believe that you guys are going to win game one. Triple R, I think you guys are definitely going to win game one. I don't think that the Pacers, after playing the Knicks, you know, they might be a little gassed, you know, because they played a lot of games, and the Boston Celtics have just been kicking it. They just been resting, relaxing, taking it easy. Okay, so we'll see how that all rolls out. Okay, follow me on IG. Let's go. At Shaxter21 on Twitter, at Shaxter21. Booty Bang, what's going on? What's happening? It's the Final Four, y'all. I'm looking excited. I'm very excited about it. Okay, like I said before, we don't got to deal with those Luggets. We don't got to deal with the Kansas City Luggets. Okay, we don't got to deal with them. That was great to see them lay a fat egg, talking about they were a dynasty. How are you going to be a dynasty when you don't even make it out of the second round? You're one and done. We love it. We're going to continue to drag them all the way down the freeway. All right. Booty Bang says, I'm honestly surprised that the Pacers and Timberwolves have made it this far. It just goes to show you that when you're playing as a team, anything can happen. Both of those squads are playing like a team. They're playing like a fist, you know, individually. Finger ain't gonna do nothing. You put it together and bring it like this. Now you got something cracking. And both of those teams have been instrumental and great about playing team basketball and playing it at a very high level. Okay, beautiful. All right. Run on EA8 says, I have no dog in this fight, but let the best team win. I hear you, big dog. Running EA8 East and West. I do got a dog in the fight. I definitely want the Timberwolves to win the championship. I'm definitely rooting for them kids. Nothing would serve me better than to see them win that. Okay, absolutely would love to see. Okay, something popping over here, you guys. Got a little something popping. Okay, they're over here looking in the car. I'm gonna look back. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the Timberwolves doing something. Okay. Booty Bang talking to Unknown Raider guy. Dr. Feelgood checking in for a minute. Yes, I know you guys are working. You guys, hey man, I appreciate you guys poking your heads in. If you're poking your heads in and you got to go to work, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, at the end of the day, man, y'all got things to do and money to receive and pick up and all of that. So salute to all y'all, dog. Salute. Okay. Unknown Raider guy talking. Said the Wolves in the winning everything. Game 7. Booty Bang. Talking to Booty Bang. Yes, sir. Okay. 93.5 man in the house. What's up, dog? What's going on? Okay. We get it popping in here. I'll make my announcement, man. If we don't get it the way it needs to have it, I'm definitely gonna have to wait till tonight to unleash the hounds and make my announcement. Okay. Booty Bang, Wolves put the Raiders on the Nuggets and ruin their night. I loved it. Nothing was better than that, dog. Okay, especially Dr. Van. He's in Cancun strand. He definitely was looking crazy. Okay, he was looking crazy because he had been talking all that crazy talk only for his team to not have us back. Ain't nothing worse than that. Ain't nothing worse than that for you to stand on the edge of the cliff, and next thing you know, the wind blows you off because your team don't got your back. Ain't nothing worse than that. Okay, all right. 93.5 man in the house, man. It's all good. Okay, Chris Leonard, what up, man? Leaving work now. Celtics and Wolves in the Classic Final. Celtics lift that trophy. Wow. Hey, man. The Celtics are the team that has to win now. They can't keep. They've been in the finals. They lost to the Golden State Warriors. They've been in Eastern Conference Finals all these years. Like, it's time for them to turn the corner, bro. It's time for the Celtics to turn the corner. Okay, I got them winning this series unless the Pacers can prove me wrong. All right. Nabman, is Ant-Man the baddest MO we've ever seen in NBA since Kobe and LeBron? Um, I hate having to answer that question, 93, Nabman, because every time we start putting these expectations on these kids, they don't live up to it. It's like Kobe didn't have to do that. Kobe didn't have to deal with, was he the next Mike, because it took him about 3 years before he didn't even start his rookie year. It took him about 2 to 3 years before he even got a chance to be out there. By then you had Shaq, so he didn't have that pressure on him. Then you got LeBron. LeBron, he was the most scrutinized person ever coming in the NBA. He lived up to it. As far as Ant-Man, he's been in the league, he came in 2000, the 2000 draft. He's been in, you can't count the 2000 season because that was the bubble year. But he's been in the league about 3-4 years. So we can have expectation on him. He's definitely the next man up. I just hate saying that, man, because every time we've said that, whether it be a Penny Hardaway, whether it be a Derrick Rose, whether it be Tracy McGrady, somebody always winds up getting hurt and then they don't live up to it, dog. So I don't want that to happen to that kid. That kid is 22 years old, man. So I'm hoping that that's not the case. But yeah, he's definitely on that trajectory, bro. Booty Bang, Nuggets really thought they were going to walk past the Wolves. Yeah, man, they overlooked their opponent. It's good for them. That's what they get. Okay, that's what you get for thinking that you guys are just going to walk in. You know, sports ain't like that, man. You got to play your opponent. You got to respect every opponent. You got professionals on both teams, you know, and they're trying to beat you. Okay, they didn't have a healthy dose of respect for the Timberwolves, but guess what? The way they talked at the post game, it didn't look like they had a healthy dose of their respect after the game. Looked like they still didn't have no respect for them dudes. Okay, the way they were talking. But at the end of the day, it don't matter, because right now you're sipping on a Tahiti sunrise right now, and that's what you're sipping on right now, sitting and putting your feet in the sand, because you're definitely not playing no basketball. Okay, all right. Rudy said, I got my team winning this round in 5. Wow, I don't know about that. I would say it's going at least 6. I know you're diehard Celtics, but I think the Pacers are going to get at least 2, bro. You know, they're going to get 2. We're going to get 2. They got to get 2. Okay? Got to. They don't want a genuine sweep. Okay? Chris said, if they don't win, do you consider it a failed season, Shaq? Yes, absolutely. The Celtics have to win. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You don't get to be almost. Look at where they've been. They've made the Eastern Conference Finals damn near every year. The past 4 or 5 years, they've been in the Eastern Conference Finals or the finals. It's time for the Celtics to turn the page. It's time for them to get their number 18. Okay? It's time. Can't keep being the bridesmaid and not being the bride. They have to. The pressure's on them, dude. Okay? They got to win. All right? 90-man Harbor and a Nab man in the house. Okay? Booty Bang. I saw ESPN. Everyone was saying that the Wolves shouldn't have beaten the Nuggets. Of course. You know when you got to understand that these pundits and these people that are on ESPN and these Fox analysts and these NBA TV analysts and Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless and Stephen A. They make their money by being right. When they get on there and they say something and it doesn't come true, that hurts their credibility. So what they do, they'll deflect. Okay, that's what they always do. All right. Remember what happened on Christmas when they went around that entire podium? CBS Sports is sitting around there. You're talking to Nate Burleson and you got James Brown and all of them sitting there, dog, and Phil Simms and Boomer Esiason. Not one person picked the Raiders to win against the Chiefs. Not one, bro. Not one. You got guys that have been professional football players, guys that are Super Bowl champions, people that are up there that are experts in football, farther than us, who knows how it feels to get hit on the NFL football field. They know how it feels to score a touchdown on an NFL field, and they know how to win a Super Bowl on an NFL field. But when it came down to what happened on that field, they got it wrong. Every one of them got it wrong. Not one person who was asked a prediction on that game, during that telecast, even the damn people that are on the field, they all said the Raiders were going to take a fat ass L. And they were all wrong, bro. So what did they do? Oh, they talked about how the Kansas City Chiefs, what happened to them. They didn't talk about what we did. They talked about what they didn't do. So you don't expect anything from them, man. You got your own brain. You know sports. That's why I don't listen to these cats, man. I never get, oh, man, well, Stephen A said, oh, well, this person said, oh man, I don't listen to none of that crap, dog. Like, I got my own market. I got my own channel. I got my own people like yourselves that are on here that care about what I think. And I'm going to use my own brain, bruh. Don't let them guys think for me. All right. Okay, man. VP, John Morant. Yep. Like I said, man, every time somebody throws, I think it's a curse. When you start throwing MJ and Bron and Kobe's name around, because those are the over the last 30 years. I don't care if you don't like Bron or not. I really don't care about people's opinions. I don't care. Facts over feelings. Over the past 30 years, there's been 3 dudes that have dominated professional basketball. Kobe, Jordan, Bron. Period. I don't care about nobody's feelings. Those are the 3 top dudes. Okay? You're talking about 6 championships for Mike, 5 championships for Kobe, 4 championships for Bron. That's the standard. Those 3. When you start comparing them 3, it's like the basketball gods don't like it. That's why I don't like to talk about it. That's why I don't want to talk about it, bro. Because Anthony Edwards, I want to see him succeed. I want to see him. It benefits me. It benefits me if Anthony Edwards becomes the next guy, because then I get to watch him for years. He's 22. 8 years from now, he'll be 30. 8 years from now, he'll be 30. Okay? I want to see that dude play all the way till he like 40. That'll give me like, what? Another 16 years or so? I don't want to sabotage that kid, bro. I don't want to sabotage him. So, but if you're telling me who's next man up, it's Ant-Man. But do I want to compare him to Mike and Kobe and Bron? Oh, no. I don't want to. All right. Not sure if we've seen a defensive and offensive powerhouse like a young Ant-Man. That's all I'm saying. That's false. That's false. Okay. Ant-Man is a very, very good defender and a very good offensive player. But he wasn't a better defensive player than Jordan at 22. I mean, come on, man. I mean, a lot of you guys, I got to remember how low a lot of you guys are. Y'all didn't see Jordan when he was in 84. You didn't see him when he was a rookie. You didn't see him his first few years in the league. You guys don't have any idea of when you're talking about the GOAT is Michael Jordan. And when everybody else tries to tell me that somebody else is the GOAT, whether it be Kobe or Bron or whatever, I don't get upset because I seen them all. Michael Jordan not only won 5 league MVPs, 9 scoring titles, he also won Defensive Player of the Year. That's why it ain't true. Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year. That's the point. Ant-Man gonna have to get one of them. Now, did he get it when he was 22? No. He got it when he was about 25. So, as far as now, Ant-Man, where did he fall on the defensive all team? Was he defensive first team? I don't think so. Was he defensive second team? Probably not. He probably was third, if not. So, you guys getting caught up as a prisoner of the moment, that's for you guys to do. But me, I know better. Okay? Love Ant-Man, but I'm not putting things on him that he does not earn yet. Okay. Booty Bang said ESPN needs to give Raider Nation some damn respect. No, they don't. No, they don't. What we need to do is to stop expecting respect from people that don't respect us. That's the point. They don't need to start doing anything. They've been around longer than you've been alive. Okay? ESPN is going to do exactly what ESPN does. Okay? Co-sign whoever they co-sign. Raiders ain't never got no love from no organization, bruh. Outside of the Bay Area news, you ain't getting no love, dog. I don't know where y'all getting this from. Okay? Take it from somebody who's been around. We're never getting no love, bro. Super Bowls or no. We're always the Raiders. Okay? So you need to understand. Booty Bang Stephen Smith definitely hates the Raiders. Not as much as he hates the Cowboys. Not as much as he hates the Cowboys. Okay? Let's understand that. Okay? Chris Leonard, I tell people don't jump on the Raiders ship when we actually prove them wrong with AOC. They won't jump on. They're going to try to say something. They're just going to wait for us not to win. Then they'll say something. Like, you got to know all the tricks, bro. You got to know all the tricks, man. You got to know everything, every dirty trick that they try to pull. You got to know that. Okay, I know all the tricks, bro. I know them all. Like, first things first, once you show me that you're a Raider hater, there is no recovery. There is no expectation of recovery. You're a hater. That's it. We can coexist, bro. You be over there, I be over here. Okay? I don't expect nothing. You show me who you really are, I'm gonna believe you the first time. Okay, Booty Bang just makes me mad that ESPN will happily refuse to give us our respect. Well, shit, you ain't been a fan long enough. I'm gonna guarantee you right now, 10 years from now, they're not gonna give you no respect. Just let that age in the nation, let the age in the nation get to you a little bit. When you start getting seasoned into this nation, when that 10 turns to 20 and that 20 turns to 30 and that 30 turns to 50, if you're blessed to be around that long, you're gonna be just like me. You don't see me sweating. You don't see me asking for a headline, a good review, a good pre-season prediction. I already know what it is. I know what it is. I've won 3 Super Bowls, bro. 3. And every time I won one after, no love. What more can you do? What's the highest thing you can do in the NFL as a football team? Win a bowl. If they're not going to give you no props after winning a bowl or 2 or 3, what are you expecting? But we win another one, they're going to give us respect? They're never going to give us respect, bro. And I don't care. I don't need the respect. Okay. 93 says, nope. Got it. Chris Leonard, can you see the Raiders starting White hair on the online since he knows the glitzy way? I think he's definitely going to get an opportunity. I think he's going to definitely get an opportunity. I don't think that anybody on a Antonio Brown team, Antonio Brown. I was thinking about Antonio Brown because Antonio Brown just filed for bankruptcy. Couldn't happen to a better guy. Antonio Pierce team is about competition. You're not going to be on that field if you don't earn it. It ain't going to be just because you know the system. So what? You know in the system, show us in practice that you know the system. So he's definitely going to get opportunity. He's going to make his situations and doing all of that. But the person who decides who's going to be on the field isn't going to be Tom Telesco. Tom Telesco decides personnel, but everybody on that field will be Antonio Pierce approved and stamped. So I think everybody has a good shot. The people who have their jobs locked are people who you ain't going to beat them in OTAs anyway. Mad Max, didn't matter who you are. You're not starting over Max. It's not happening. You're not starting over Devontae Adams. It's not happening. Okay? Now we can talk about all these other positions. Okay? Now we can talk about everybody else. Okay, what's popping? There's only 2 dudes on that entire team outside of the special teams. You're not just going to come in and take the job. Even if you try, you ain't going to take it. Everybody else, you better be playing some football. You better be practicing like you're ready to play. Okay, Juman was all defense his first 2 years. There you go. Done. See how Shaq know what he's talking about? Because I seen Jordan. Okay? He was all defense first 2 years. Michael Jordan got at least first team all defense. I think he probably has about 10 or 12 of those. That dude is a different level. So let's not talk about Ant is probably the best offensive, defensive. No, he's not. Love him. Great kid. But these are the things that tear down a young guy who has potential. All these expectations that he doesn't need at this point. He just needs to win a championship. He wins a championship, he'll have something on Mike. If Ant-Man wins a championship this year, he will have something on Jordan. Jordan didn't win his first title until he was 27. He didn't win a championship until he was 27, 28 years old. His first one. Ant-Man will have won one at 22. Now we could start tearing away the paper a little bit. We could tear the paper, not tear the whole thing off. Just start, okay, tear. He did something Mike didn't do. Championship at 22. Rip, it's a little bit. It don't mean nothing, but it means something. Okay. Random question: Who's your favorite Portland Trailblazer player? I hate the Trailblazers, man, because they beat my Sixers when I was a kid. But my favorite Trailblazer would probably be Clyde Drexler. Okay, Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler, when he was with Portland, Clyde Drexler was formidable, man. There was a time, a lot of you guys wouldn't believe it, but back in '93, when Jordan went up against the Trailblazers, when Jordan hit those 6 threes in the first half, and he did the shrug like this, there was a time where people were talking about Clyde Drexler was as good as Michael Jordan. That year, Clyde was balling. Clyde was balling hard. Okay? And it might sound sacrilegious, but Clyde was nipping at Mike's heels until those finals. And if you watch The Last Dance, you'll hear him talking about it. He was like, yeah, Clyde was a great player, this, that, and the other, but I took offense that they were saying that he was as good as me. He goes, I took that personal, and I wanted to make the separation clear. And he did. But my favorite Trailblazer would be Clyde Drexler. The rest of them I definitely don't like. Depoy is a center or a P forward now. Such an MVP is always a quarterback. Typically that's the reason why, which even makes it even better for Mike, because it's always been like that. It's always been like that. Look at the people who I can name off the top of my head who has the most depoys. Dennis Rodman. I think Dennis Rodman is a 4-time depoy. What was he? Power forward. Dwight Howard. I think he's a 3-time depoy. What was he? Center, power forward. You think of Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert got 4 of them. He shouldn't have been the defensive player of the year this year. They should have gave it to Wemby, but they didn't want to give it to a rookie. He's a center. So typically, rim protectors and people that are gonna, Draymond Green. Draymond Green is a defensive player of the year. Wasn't he? Power forward. Okay. Then you start looking at other people. How hard is it for you to be a small forward and win? Very hard. Because if you try to tell me Scottie Pippen didn't deserve a Defensive Player of the Year award, you're on that powder. He definitely deserved a few of them. Because when without Scottie Pippen, Mike doesn't win those championships, and you know why? And Jordan is the GOAT. I love Jordan. I've seen Jordan play live many times. Okay, in my presence. When Jordan broke his foot in his second year in Golden State, I was at the game. I saw him break his foot. Okay, so this ain't no Jordan slander, but facts over feelings. Scottie Pippen played so good on-ball defense that it allowed Mike to not have to expend a lot of energy on defense. Let's understand, the best offensive player that was not a center, Scott was on his ass. After that, Jordan's shutting down the second one because you needed Mike on offense. Mike couldn't expend all that energy on defense when you needed him to score. All right? So Scottie Pippen, without question, got robbed, but he's a small forward. Then you talk about guards. Mike, who else can you name? You can't name no point guard. I know no point guards never won it. All right? and only one small shooting guard is one, which as far as I know. Okay, well, let me say, I think Albert Robertson won back in the 80s. You guys don't even know who Alvin Robertson was. Okay, Albert Robertson, I think he was the only guy back in the 80s for the Spurs. I think he won 2. All right, maybe Sidney Moncrief. I think Sidney Moncrief for the look him up, look it up, see if your boy Shaq knows what he's talking about. I'm a human Google. I think Sidney Moncrief won when he was with the Bucks in the 80s. Okay, but it's always going to be a bigger player. It's always going to be a bigger player, bro. All right. Black Raider Shack, let me know what game plan to go into. I would love to meet you in person. I'm plotting and planning, dog. I'm plotting and planning right now. I'm just trying to decide between the Steelers and the Chiefs. I'm leaning towards Pittsburgh. I hate the Steelers more than the Chiefs. I'm from a certain era. I'm from a certain era. A lot of y'all young cats, y'all don't understand. You would never understand. Oh, the Chiefs are our biggest enemy. Nah, dog. They're like third. They're like third on the list, bro. They're like third all time. They might be first today. They might be first in the league, but all time? Nah, OG Raider fans hate the Steelers more than anybody. Understand that. If you're sitting on multiple rings, you hate the Steelers, bro. Okay, trust me. If you're sitting on one, you hate the Steelers, but you don't hate them as much as 2 and 3 ringers. We hate them, and I may have to go to that game over the Chiefs game. I may have to, bro. I may have to just for my own legacy. Okay. But I'll let you guys know. Chris Leonard, crazy. A lot of Raider fans wonder if it's like seeing Derek Carr 2.0. Well, you can't save everybody, Chris. Your mother and my mother in the same place up there. My mother definitely taught me something before she left. And the thing she taught me was you can't save everybody. There's going to be some people that cannot be saved. And you just have to understand it ain't your fault. That's it. Can't save these guys. Like I said, why you think I call them roaches with Raider hats? Why do you think I call them that, dog? Okay? No matter how many roaches you kill, there are roaches still in the world. You ain't never getting rid of the roaches. There are always going to be roaches on this planet. And then all you can do is do what? Keep them out of your kitchen. Keep them out of your house. That's all you can do. But roaches are around, bro. So let them be around, bro, as long as they ain't around us. Every once in a while, one of them roaches with Raider hats will lift their head up and try to come over here. And then we just spray their asses with Raid and get them the hell out of here. That's all we do. So you can't save everybody, Chris. Can't do it. All right. Doug Spears, league's always been the Raiders because of Al. Hey, man, like I said, man, mandatory watching. For you to be in Raider Nation, you should have watched Al Davis versus the NFL, and you should watch it every year. That right there was ESPN's biggest thing that they ever did for the Raiders and Raider Nation, is to create that documentary. That is the greatest Raider doc ever. It is complete. It is truthful. It has been researched. There is no way that should not be mandatory watching, because a lot of the things that you guys don't understand is in that document. It's in that docuseries. You should watch that. Oh, we don't get calls. The NFL. Oh, right here, dog. At the 15-minute mark. So everything's in that video. Everything, dog. There shouldn't be no questions. Now, you want to know my opinion or opinions, that's different. But you shouldn't be blind to the fact that this has been going on since 1963. I wasn't around in 1963. I wasn't even close. Okay? Being around. But I know the history of the Raiders. Why be a fan of this team and you don't know the history? But then again, can't help everybody. Okay? Raider fans since birth, since 1971. That's a 3-ringer. Appreciate that, big dog. Like I said, man, you understand. Like, you know what's cool? You know what's cool about me on this channel when I talk to Raider Nation, or even if they just poking their heads in, because there's a lot of people that don't like me, but I don't care. I mean, shit. Yeah, your mama didn't have a problem with me. understand. She was probably running around after me and my boys. We was probably doing something strange for some change for all y'all haters out there. But with that being said, the thing that I really enjoy, man, is when I got people and they're made men in the nation. You know what I'm saying? They're people who are certified, okay, coming over here agreeing with me, man. When you see Raider Violator over here, bro, when you see Violator over here, man, and we don't have a whole lot of people on here and Raider Violators on here the whole time, that's my big bro. I mean, that guy is in the NFL Hall of Fame as a fan. Why do I care about all these little roaches running around, dog? Why do I care about all these little opinionated ass little dudes when I got the greatest Raider fan of all time? When I got the greatest Raider fan of all time supporting this channel. When I'm driving here in LA with my family and Ice Cube pulls up in an all-white Rolls Royce, and I roll the window down and I say Raiders, and he says yay yay. I don't need a whole lot of backpacking, you know, patting me on the back. I'm just gonna say what it is, let it live. Okay, I got too much support. Cody will be the MDL teacher as a player, in my opinion. We're gonna find out. Booty Bang, Antonio Brown filed for bankruptcy. Sucks to be him. Finally got him back. Yeah, man, but you got to understand what bankruptcy is. Bankruptcy is just him protecting his assets. The guy's getting exactly what he deserves, man. But you know, he files that bankruptcy, and all he has to do is get those taxes paid and get that child support in order. He gets to restructure all his stuff. So couldn't happen to a nicer guy, but you know, he's still going to be running around. All right. 93 says, I'll never compare Ant-Man to MJ, only speaking of potential. Oh, okay, for sure. 93 says, no question, Quadrexler. But let's just understand, Ant-Man is my favorite guy right now. I like that kid, period. He's a good kid, man. And he's aggressive, and he's respectful of the game, and he gives a damn. Okay? I don't hear a whole bunch of stuff about him off the court. He's a gym rat. I like that kid. I just don't want him to be unfairly judged by Michael Jordan, the specter of Michael Jordan, bro. You don't, man, come on. You talk about want to ruin somebody. Let them try to, I got to be the next Jordan. Oh, that's. Jordan never came in the league trying to be the next nothing. He never did. He said, I'm playing the game. Okay? And I'm telling you, I have been following Michael Jordan since he was a senior in high school in the McDonald's All-American game, bro. I didn't know who that dude was. He was a skinny, really dark little dude with little short hair. And I'm like, who is this dude? Man, nobody knew who that cat was. That cat was in the All-Star game in the McDonald's All-American All-Star game. They had it on ESPN, and I was watching it. I was a kid still. This dude went for 30 and had the record in the McDonald's All-American game for like 15 years or so, 15, 20 years. This dude nobody knew who this dude was. He went out there and he was lighting these guys up. He was lighting them. I mean, all the big time players that were there, all the big recruits, all the people that we had heard about that got drafted to all the big schools. Some dude that got drafted to North Carolina, a school that had never won a national championship at that time. He was going to be a freshman going into that school with Dean Smith, who was 0-4 in the Final Four, who never won nothing. Nobody was even thinking about Michael Jordan. I'm just like, okay, I'm looking at all the other guys, okay, that were out there balling. The Ralph Sampsons and all these other dudes. Mike was cooking these guys. He was absolutely cooking them. Took the MVP home. I'm like, dang, that Jordan dude. Because there was a time when Jordan was not known. Y'all may not, your whole life, Michael Jordan's probably famous, but not my whole life. I'm like, okay, let me find out what's going on with North Carolina. Let me just poke my head in, see what's going on. Started trying to watch the North Carolina games. Jordan wasn't starting. I'm like, man, what's up with the Jordan dude? You know why he wasn't starting? Because Dean Smith had a rule that he didn't start freshmen. I didn't know that. I'm just like, man, this Michael Jordan cat, man. I thought Michael Jordan was going to be balling. He ain't even playing. He's coming in. But when he was coming in off the bench, guess what he was doing? He was getting like 12 or 13 off the bench, dunking on people. I'm like, why isn't this dude starting? Because Dean Smith had a rule. No freshman starts on North Carolina. But guess who wound up being the first freshman to ever start in North Carolina? I bet you can't guess. I bet you can't guess who broke that whole rule from Dean Smith. I bet you couldn't fathom to figure out who was the first freshman in the history of North Carolina basketball to start as a freshman later in the year. I bet you can't figure that shit out. Michael Jordan. He was out there cooking them dudes so much that he had to start. They had James Worthy. James Worthy was the Naismith Player of the Year. They had Sam Perkins. Man, they had a squad out there. Jordan was cooking them cats, man. Dean Smith's like, I have to start Mike. Mike is out playing everybody in practice, out drilling everybody, out sprinting everybody, out diving for loose balls, out D'ing everybody. He's like, I got to start this kid. This kid is breaking my rules. This kid is breaking my rules. And guess what? Got all the way to the Final Four, got all the way to the championship game, and guess who was watching it? Me. 1982. Championship against Patrick Ewing, because I like them dudes too. Patrick Ewing and Sleepy Floyd and all of them cats. Who hit the game-winning shot to win the championship? I bet you can't guess. I bet you can't figure it out. The guy who they said can't start because he's a rookie, because he's a freshman, hit the game-winning shot. After that was over. I was like, North Carolina, the dog on mine. I've been North Carolina ever since, bruh. Like I said, man, Ant-Man, let Ant-Man be him, dog. All right? Okay, let's get up out of here. Okay, I'm get up out of here. I got things to do. Okay, what's up, Los? What's going on? Said the Broncos and the Patriots. Steelers third to you. Yeah, it all depends. It all depends, bruh. When I was growing up, man, the Steelers, man, I got talked to. All my Steeler homies always was rubbing it in. Okay, I know Booty Bang's gonna want to know why I hate the Steelers more. Dude, when I was a kid, the Raiders I honestly could tell myself that I should have 7 rings. Then I'm gonna go. Okay, I should honestly be able to tell myself I should have 7 rings, bro. I got 3, but I should have 7. We went to the AFC Championship game so many times in the 70s, bro. Meaning we were 1 game away from the Super Bowl so much. Okay? My first year as a Raider fan, bro. First year as a Raider fan, 74, 50 years ago. I got to see Jim Otto as my center. He was in his last year. So I did see Jim Otto play. Okay? We went all the way through the playoffs. Had to see a hands game in Oakland against the Miami Dolphins when we won on a last-second touchdown pass by Ken Stabler. Okay? Went to the AFC Championship game against the Steelers. We already had problems with the Steelers because of what? Because of the Immaculate Reception 2 years before, 72. I don't remember that. But I do remember my dad and his boys talking about it. I remember seeing it but not understanding what it is. Okay? We went there, we lost. I think we lost 24-16 or something. Bad calls, all kinds of shit. Steelers won the Super Bowl. We went back the next year in 75, all the way to the championship. That first year we were 12-2. 14-game season. We were 12-2. Okay? We always would be 12-2. 12-2. Lost to Steelers 74. 75, I think we were 12-2 again. AFC Championship game. Lost to the Steelers. They won a Super Bowl again. Okay? That's 2 years in a row. All right? Then we played in 76. The next year, we beat the Steelers. Your boy gets his first ring. Okay? 77. The next year, we were in the AFC Championship game against the Broncos. Lyle Alzado was on the Broncos. For all you Raider fans that think Lyle Alzado only played for the Raiders, he didn't. Lyle Alzado was with the Orange Crush defense, and I hated him. He was with the Broncos. We lost on a bullshit call. Guy named Rob Lytle fumbled the ball from the Broncos, and we recovered it, and they said we didn't. We lost. They went to the Super Bowl, got their asses whooped by the Dallas Cowboys. Okay? Next year in 78. Okay? What happened? AFC Championship game against the Steelers again. We get robbed. Steelers win their fourth ring. So I got 1 out of 6. 1 Super Bowl out of 6 AFC Championship games. 4 of them were to the Steelers. Okay? Actually, it was 5. Then in 1980, that next year, your boy got a second ring. All right? Then we had the 81 strike. Then we had NFC winning championships. Redskins, Niners. Then in 83, 84 season, I got my third one. So in my first 6 years as a Raider fan, I won 3 out of 6. When I really should have won more. Just to let you guys know. All right, I can't stand them cats. Hey. All right, man, lunch break, man. I see what you guys talking. I got to get up out of here. What's up, Bev? Tatum overrated? Jason Tatum? No. He's not overrated, but it's time for him to show up. He's not overrated. He's only 25. But it's time for him to take the leap. He has to become elite. He has to win. He has to win, man. If he doesn't win, it's going to start looking bad for Jason Tatum. And I like Jason Tatum. Okay, but he has to win, man. He's at that point. He's been in the league 8 years. It's time to win. Follow the Unfiltered brand. That's right, Bev. He's not overrated. Amador Castillo. We should embrace being hated on a Raider. Man, ain't nothing better than being hated and they wind up losing. Ain't nothing worse than that. Let me tell you guys something, man. My boy Booty Bang, he always asks me these questions, and I like the fact he asks me these questions because he wants to be a better Raider fan. He really does. Okay? A lot of people don't want to be better. They just want to be right, but they don't want to be better. Booty Bang, remember when you asked me, Shaq, what was the greatest non-Super Bowl win, because you know I've won 3, that I ever experienced? What was the greatest regular season game or playoff game? Well, I can't even say playoffs because playoffs is leading to Super Bowls. You know what the greatest Raider out of 50 years of watching this team? Then I'm going to go. Do you know what the greatest game that I ever seen in my life? You saw it. If you're a Raider fan on here, the greatest game that I ever seen in 50 years, you saw it. You saw that same game. And if you think that it is the Chiefs on Christmas, it's not. The greatest game I ever seen was 63-21 against those Chargers. That was the greatest game, regular season game I have ever seen in 50 years of football watching the Raiders. Not the most important. Not the most important. Not the most impactful. Not the most needed or put us in a position. The best game I've ever seen the Raiders play was that game with Antonio Pierce as the coach. Why? Because of all the circumstances that was involved, bro. Every other team, I've seen the Raiders win 50, 51-3. I've seen us win big games. But to have us beat a division rival in the Chargers, after we fired our head coach in the middle of the season, okay, with all the turmoil that was going on, and an interim coach with the same team that couldn't win shit, no different players outside of the guy that he brought in Jack Jones. And we beat their ass on national television. The only game on. Everybody swore in their life we were going to lose. We scored almost 10 touchdowns on them cats. The offense was balling. The defense was balling. The special teams was balling. We were absolutely, and we were at home, and we were at home, and we were at the crib. Did the live. Go back and watch it. We did the watch party. I have never seen the Raiders be on all cylinders like that, even in their prime. Not everybody at 100% balls out playing football at the same time. We beat they ass. We smashed their damn noses up into their brains. Okay, that was the best game. I had never seen that in my life. I had never seen that in my life. I've always seen the defense ball out of control. I've seen the offense ball out of control. I've seen the offense do better than the defense and the defense do better than the offense, blah, blah, blah. But I've never seen a total annihilation of a division opponent. And when I saw Khalil Mack, the guy who a lot of y'all are carrying his balls around in a knapsack, sitting on the bench looking pitiful after you left us thinking you were going to do better, that made it even better for me. I loved it. I loved it. And I expect to see more of that. All right, man, let me get up out of here, man. I ain't going to make my announcement. I'll have to make it later. I'll make it after tonight's game. Matthew Sheck Unfiltered.